Bang! Bolt Action News
No,
Group.
there it is.
Hey, everybody, Rights Crispy here. I'm here with Brandon Robertson. And this is a special Friday night bang. Welcome, Brandon. I want to welcome everybody who's watching right now and who's watching in the future, everybody who's in the chat. I'm going to take a minute to say hi to them, and then I'll let you tell your story, Brandon.
Okay.
Allow me to mute my mic here. Hey, line one, Lou Scott. John Felix has a problem saying that. Me too. He loves it. He'll be here this weekend, by the way. He's coming up. Tag, good to see you, brother. Cubano in Texas, que volas, Jere. Que huerta, rehuerta. John De Nicola, what's up, brother? Taco Cat, and everybody. Thank you guys for being here. This is a special impromptu live stream. Thanks for all the love on my latest video too. Go support Jesse Lee too, man. Dennis Eggleston, how are you, brother? Good to see you, man. Hold on. You are now a moderator. Manny Pants UK, hello. Good to see you. Gus Acevedo and everybody else. Toe for Life, what's up, man? Farlap, good to see you. All right, everybody. I've said hi to enough people. We gotta let Brandon tell his story here, man. So Brandon, how'd you hear about my channel, man? How you watch auditors? You watch First Amendment audits?
I'm not sure exactly how I got into the First Amendment audit genre, but I know yours was one of the first channels that I did start watching. So
Thanks.
between you, San Joaquin Valley Transparency, I just basically I see that it is one big family. So those are the type of things that I gravitate towards.
You bet, man. You bet. Now, Brandon, what's your story, man? Tell us. Can you please share your story with us? Explain how you became paralyzed. You're paralyzed from the waist down.
Right. Basically, during the height of the pandemic, July of 2020, I was at a mutual friend's house, we'll say, and my girlfriend at the time, she had gotten to got to arguing with somebody, and I'm noticing the scene. I'm saying watching the situation get heightened, so I'm trying to pull her away and like we get out of here. This is not somewhere I want to be. I'm watching from afar what's going on, and then the next thing I know, one of the guys there, he just starts pulling out and starts shooting at everyone. Well, he starts shooting randomly, and I'm the one that gets hit. So I got
Wow.
hit in my stomach. My stomach, that's the one that paralyzed me. It hit my spinal cord. So I'm paralyzed from my waist down, but it's not a complete injury. So I still have like movement in my body, but it's not like full movement. So I
Right.
can move. Basically, the way I break it down for people is I can move my legs up and backwards, but not
Right.
forward. And I also got hit in my shoulder and my leg. But yeah, that's how I
All
ended
right.
up in my
So
wheelchair.
I'm just thinking because you were just telling me that movement. My little boy is in swim class. Can you swim?
I have like it moves. I have more movement when I'm in the water, so I take a lot of. I like to soak my body a lot. It helps with nerve pain. So
You're doing
like
hypothermia.
I can feel like the best way I put it is you know how in the older TVs when the TV used to go black and gray,
Yeah.
when the screen used to go black and gray, that's literally what my legs feel like.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that I named this live stream Brandon Robertson Healing. And
Right.
now we all take blows in life, and we all have
Exactly.
to heal from them. We don't come back 100% from it, not all the time,
Exactly.
but we're going to take some time to heal with you today, brother. And
Exactly.
yeah, man, and I see you're doing a lot of self-healing. You have a strong mind, a good head on your shoulder. Now, to let everybody know, I know there's a couple questions out there. You just reached out to me yesterday for the first time,
Right.
on Facebook. I've never met
Mm-hmm.
you before, and the other question somebody might have: this was not a cop who shot you. This was not an
Right.
off-duty cop or anything,
Right.
right? Just to be clear, it wasn't the police this time.
Right.
Not to make light of it,
Right.
but I'm glad you have a sense of humor about it. And any cop watching out.
It's crazy because my niece she's 11 now, so she was like 8 at the time. So that was literally her first question. Did my uncle get shot by a police officer?
Wow.
Not this time. It wasn't one of those situations.
Wow. From the mouths of babes. Look at that. She
Right.
knew to ask the gripping questions.
Exactly.
Hey, positively hello. Thank you, Treasure Island. I love you guys too. You guys were my home for a while. My wife just got home from work with food too. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. But yeah. So to answer those questions, and another question: what challenges did you face in the aftermath of the incident? How was your life changed since then? What are you struggling with, man?
The biggest part was the mental aspect of it. We're just coming to terms with the fact that I am going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. But being mentally, we were talking before the live stream started about a support system, but that's literally how that's how I'm able to be so strong. Because if it was just me out here, there's no telling where I would be. But thanks
It's
to
you
the
and your
help of
brother, right?
my family, it's me and my little brother, and I also have my mom, my older brother, my extended family. But yeah, just living together is just me and my little brother. Yeah. But yeah, just
Wow. Much respect and
basically
love to
learning.
and your support system,
Oh
because
yeah, that's
this happened to you, but it happened to them too, and they got to stay strong.
exactly. Seeing how strong they are for me helps me go every day because it's been days where it's been rough, but I knowing that I have somebody where I can talk to, where I can talk these thoughts through and just get to a point where it's doable every day. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you'd be surprised, man. How long have you been
just
watching the show? I'm sorry.
I think I started probably around that time I was in the hospital when I had so much time because it was just that was during COVID, so it was just me and the hospital staff. So I didn't really nobody could come up to the hospital. So I was in the
The
hospital. I
reason
was
I
in
asked, it's not about me. It's about Rob Farlow. You remember him? He used to be
right.
my co-host on the show, and he was a
Uh,
prison guard. He actually got an
uh,
infection on his spine and lost his
hmm,
the use of his legs mostly, but then he got it back. He got it
right.
back, man. And I
Yeah.
don't want to fill you with like false hope or anything, but we're here to motivate, man. You never
The
know.
biggest thing that I've learned through all of this is the human body is amazing. Like, because
Yeah.
it was at one point where neither one of my legs were working, so I was completely paralyzed from the waist down, and then slowly the right side of my body started working back to normal. So it's been a process, but I mean, the good thing is I know that we've seen countless stories of where the doctors told them that they'll never be able to walk again, and here they are 10, 15, 20 years later living a normal life. So
Yeah.
that at this point I've realized that I literally can do anything and everything that I want to do.
That's what I
So
want to do, man. And I
that's what
really
keeps me going.
appreciate you reaching out. That's why you're here right now, man, because
Oh
I
yeah.
had a long day working on my property, and I finished it just a few minutes ago, but I'm happy to be here for you, bro. And it's not
Oh yeah.
just me, it's we the people. And that's what we were saying in the live stream before that. Is we
Exactly.
can't look to the government or somebody in DC to come and help us when we need help, because we can't always do it alone. We the people will help. And
Exactly.
I'm happy to have this awesome support group. You have a GoFundMe, but the future is one thing. Tell us about your past, man. You said you're from Birmingham.
Right. Yes. I'm originally from Birmingham. We moved here in '98, so I pretty much grew up in Atlanta. But at the same time, we used to always go because my grandparents still live there, so we used to go back and forth. Birmingham and Atlanta are basically my two homes, and then I ended up going to college about 45 minutes from Birmingham. So
Okay,
Atlanta,
where?
and I went to Stillman College right down the street
Oh,
from
wow.
University of Alabama. Yeah, that's why I'm a big Alabama fan.
I
Well,
was gonna say
I'm
because I saw
I'm
you
pretty
wear
sure
that.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you know. Growing up in the South, it's college football and run supreme down here. So me growing
Prove
up in
it. 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. I wore this for
I
you because I saw
actually
you wearing your Alabama shirt.
Oh yeah, I actually went to a Florida. We went the past two last year and the year before. Alabama and Florida played the first year, and then last year's opening season game we went to Florida. I love Florida. Actually has a one of the better environments in
The
the
swamp,
SEC, so I love it.
the swamp
Yeah,
is electrifying, man. And just like
yeah,
Alabama, you can't be stopped. They can't be stopped. You can't be stopped, man. I
exactly. Oh yeah.
respect where respect is due. I don't like that team, but I can admit they can't be stopped.
Literally, 90% of what happens to us is how we handle it mentally. So as
Yeah.
long as I feel like as long as I continue to have my support system, I should be fine.
Yeah, that's one of my wife's favorite mottos. It's how we
Yeah,
react to it. It's yep. And I'm doing my best here, man. But I don't know what is it that you want to do. That you tell us you want to do some sports. You want to compete because I know somebody. That's why I asked about the swimming thing.
like
He
before.
does Paralympic swimming competition.
Oh yeah, at this point literally because I've had a couple people reach out to me about doing wheelchair basketball. So um,
Right on.
I think their season starts in a say again.
No, no, I got someone for that too. We could put you through with somebody out
Oh
there
yeah.
in
Yeah, I
Atlanta.
know.
So
I know their season it starts in the winter time, so I've been gearing up for that, and I know really the main thing is with especially with Atlanta being so spread out, everything's close, but at the same time you got to be able to drive, you know. So
hmm
that's the biggest thing. But learning how because I got into there's a brain and spinal cord injury hospital not too far from me, and I do they have a driving clinic, I guess they would call it. So I
okay.
take the classes up there to learn how to drive again on the 1st of August. So once I get my car, I should be I'll be back to because before the pandemic I was working in IT, so I want to be able to go back to work full time. So
Right.
um, yeah, especially with the prices of everything going back up.
So you can't wait to get back into Atlanta traffic.
That's one of those things I'm trying to avoid.
No, but
Because
you're looking for a mobility vehicle because
right,
okay, so that's the goal. That's our main goal, right?
right,
Okay. And what do they rig it to where you can control everything from the steering wheel?
right. They're called hand controls. So basically, you either they have it's like a mechanism. So one button pushes, and then the other one pulls. So one button is for the brake, and the other one is for the gas. So basically, I'm just using my hands, and then the other hand I'm using the steer.
Right on. A lot of people
It's
in the
actually
chat
pretty cool.
know about the power of prayer and God's blessings. So they said, tell them never give up.
Never.
You
That's
can do
that's
all
how
things.
that's how I say it all the time. That's how I haven't lost my mind. My support system and God. Because if it was, because I remember vividly, especially with because the anniversary is coming up on the 29th. So,
Mm,
um, I remember vividly those days when I was in the hospital by myself, and it was just me and my thoughts. But um, I wouldn't be as strong as I am now if it wasn't for my family, if it wasn't for praying. Like that's one thing I'm so grateful for. My relationship with God has gotten so much stronger because I've been forced to spend time with Him. I've been forced to take time away from the world and just be with God. And He's shown me and just put my faith in Him, and He got the rest. So.
yeah.
There's nothing I can't imagine that I can put past him. So,
you answered my next question: is how do you face this? And what do you have as advice for other people facing similar challenges? And it's put your faith in God, right? And keep
put your
pushing.
faith in God, and faith, of course, faith without works is dead. You can't just pray and then your life gonna get better. You still got to put in the work. But if you honestly just put your faith in God and do what you got to do, He gonna handle the rest. And He's shown me that since that day. It's a reason why you still here. So
Yeah.
take it. Don't
Can you
live your life. Don't let it pass you by. 'Cause you only get one of these.
exactly, and you only take your memories. So, can you share any important memories that you've had since this challenge? What memories can you think of that stand out the most out of all this?
Um,
Your
the
family
day,
support, right?
the one that there's popped out to me was the day that I realized that like part of my body was coming back. Like I was saying that the right side of my body is back to normal. Like I was just laying in my bed and something just told me just try to pull your leg towards you, and then yeah, I could feel those muscles coming back, and it goes back to what we were just talking about, how there's nothing I can't imagine that God can do, because I didn't have nothing to do with that. Like I didn't. If it was up to me, both of my legs be working. I'd be running around somewhere. So I know that was God showing me that, bro. I got this. Don't don't let things you can't control drive you crazy, because at the end of the day you're still not gonna be able to control them. It's still gonna be what it is. Just let me handle this, and you take care of what you got to take care of. I'm gonna handle the rest.
And he put you back in control a little bit that day. He just said, "Hey, try
Exactly.
this." You heard a voice. All right,
Mm.
nice. Yeah. What fundraising endeavors have you taken so far? What because expensive mobility devices are always challenging. How are you
Yep.
approaching this?
Basically just my GoFundMe. That's the one I've really been pushing.
All
Because
right.
I was like I think I sent you the link, but there was the 11 Alive channel here in Atlanta. They did a news story for me.
Yeah, let's
That
do
was probably
that.
about a month ago. Yeah.
I'm gonna play that here for a second. You
Okay.
just queued it up. Good segue. Let me put it over here on this screen here. Oh wait, how do I do that? Because it's 11 Alive, not a YouTube video. So
Right. I'm pretty sure.
here we go.
Because
Like this.
yeah.
Uh, Technical difficulties, folks. Thanks.
Technology, right? We love it until now, until we don't.
There we go. And then I said, "There we go," and we're not going. Hold on. All right. Present. Uh, Share screen and share the audio. There we go.
Bike, scoot, or drive. There are plenty
There we
around
go.
Atlanta.
Every single day, I remember that I'm here for a reason.
Family helps Brandon Robertson get around. This 30-year-old family is everything.
You see me smiling, you see me upbeat, but I've had dark days, and that's how I've gotten through it. That's really all I've had.
Robertson had to learn to lean on family more than ever after a shooting here on Cherry Laurel Lane in Southwest Atlanta in July of 2020.
My girlfriend at the time, she got into an argument. I'm trying to break it up, and next thing I know, I hear gunshots ring out. I got shot in my shoulder, my stomach. That's the one that hit my spinal cord, and then it's one that hit my leg and came out at the bottom.
The wounds landed Brandon in this wheelchair, making it harder for him to get around, especially during the height of the pandemic, feeling the pain without seeing his loved ones.
Going from walking everywhere, being fully independent to where I don't have to ask anybody for anything, to basically just being a child again, having to ask my mom to, whenever I want to move, basically to come move me.
Court records show earlier this month, a judge sentenced Brandon Shooter to 5 years in prison. Brandon is hoping to buy a new wheelchair to try and compete in accessible sports, to build strength, to build a new life with new memories.
Even though this is my brand new, I'm not going to allow it to stop me. Basically showing that anybody in a wheelchair, we can do anything we want.
Brandon Robertson is still here for a reason, and he has family to thank for that.
Seeing how they work for me, I can't have no choice but to keep going.
In Atlanta, Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
Thanks, 11 Alive, for letting us share your video. Hey, no, man, you were wrong about one thing. You're not like a kid again, man. It's a man who has to ask for help, and can do that and understand. Hey, this is life. Nobody lied to us and said it was going to be easy, right? That's
exactly.
Reach down and grab and hold and say, hey, I need help. If somebody help me out here. Anybody who's been in the military understands that too, man. We
oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's another big thing I learned from this whole situation, that this whole life thing, people try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I don't need no help, I can do this by myself. But honestly, this life thing isn't meant to be done by ourselves. If that was the case, we would be here by ourselves.
Yeah. And you're getting help from us, but you're also asking for us to help you help others. That's what I want everybody to remember here, is what you're doing is a motivation thing. You want to do sports to show people that they can still do things,
Right. Exactly.
It's not over, man.
Literally anything, any and everything you want to do. It's a way to I tell people all the time, the story of my life has become figure it out. So any and everything you want to do.
So in addition to sports, do you have any other goals or aspirations besides going back to work, like travel?
Oh yeah. I've taken a couple trips since I've been in my chair, but I haven't flown yet. I know I want to take a couple more trips, especially since the end of the summer is coming up.
Yeah. Well, come down here, man. If you want, man, you got a place to chill out, and we can float in the springs, man. I don't know if you've ever been to the springs down here.
Oh yeah. Florida's always been one of my favorite places to just get away from everything.
About Georgia, man. I wish. I only like the A and Savannah. That's everywhere else can bite it.
That's that. You and most people that live here are the same way. So you're not. You actually, we're a lot more like than you realize.
Yeah,
I love Savannah.
I love Savannah.
That's another place I need to go down to.
Savannah?
Yes, I haven't been in a while, but I've been quite a few times actually.
I fell in love with it from a book, Midnight Garden of Good and Evil, because they said they don't say, "Hey, how you doing?" They say, "Hey, what are you drinking?" That's how they say. How you doing.
Sounds about right. So yeah, that's Savannah for you. I hear, because my birthday is in March, and what is that? St. Patrick's Day has Savannah does St. Patrick's Day big, so I want to go down there one year for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I've turned it into a double trip.
I've heard it's crazier than it's bigger than Chicago. It's second only to New York, I heard. So
sounds about right.
Yeah.
What's hilarious to me about Savannah is they have the same accent, the exact same as people from New Orleans. If you met somebody from New Orleans and Savannah, you would not know the difference.
That's true. That's true. I'm very sensitive to accents. I speak languages, and you're absolutely right about that. I just thought about it, and you're right.
Right. They had the exact same
You
the
got that
exact same
value
because
action.
my college roommate was from Savannah, and I noticed it. I was like, bro, y'all sound exactly like New Orleans people, but that's hilarious. If you tell them, that's one thing they don't want to hear. Now we started it first. We were here first.
So yeah, Savannah has a lot to offer. Like one of the things is there's a cop down there who used to be a CIA agent, and he became a cop because he believes in community policing and he believes in fixing the system from the inside. And they're not going to push him around. He doesn't have to hide behind a thin blue G-string, you know. But so has any have any other like service groups or anything offered you any support from your community or anything? Shout out
Not
anybody.
not necessarily. I will say shout out to the Shepherd Center because they are also one of the people that helped me learn my wheelchair skills, just basically like getting in and out of my chair, being able to transfer from my chair to a car, being able to break my wheelchair down. So I get anytime I'm asked about how I've gotten along so far, I always shout out to Shepherd Center. That was the brain and spinal cord injury hospital I was talking about earlier. Yeah,
Okay, the Shepherd
I
Center.
love
Okay,
the
I was
Shepherd
going to
Center.
say PTs. My wife's a PT, so
Oh yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
proud of her.
Physical
She's a
therapy.
doctor of physical therapy.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but
Physical
Rob
the
Barlow
whole physical therapy regimen just is how I've gotten along so far. Just the different things that I've learned how to do. Like basically anytime I want to go somewhere, I can hop in and out of the car. It's no problem. Like I don't have to necessarily what do I want to say? I had to, you know how some you can't break your wheelchair down. They have the folding wheelchairs. Mine basically folds up like a book, basically.
yeah, no. Rob Barlow used to always say, I don't care about learning how to get in the wheelchair. I want to learn how to get out of it."
Exactly, exactly.
And with the progress that you've made so far, I think that's not an unrealistic goal. You could probably get to where he is too.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
put you guys together, man. I know he's
oh yeah.
watching
I
or he'll be
appreciate
watching in the future. Shout out to you, Rob. I love you, man. And
it.
dude, you're an inspiration, man. You got a really good spirit about you and a good attitude with this adversity. Is like
Oh yeah,
moxie.
bring it on.
Yeah.
Well, since we're speaking about shout outs, I want to shout out my older brother because that's definitely where I got that whole attitude from because it basically started when I was younger. My dad passed away when I was 8, and my
Rest in
older
peace.
brother, he's about 10 years older than me, and he basically took on that role for me and my younger brother. He basically was what people look at as a dad. That's what he was for us. So he basically always told us that life is like we said, life isn't gonna be easy. It's basically how you handle it. So if he's done that, and now that I'm grown and I look back on things, he's done that in different ways. If it wasn't just sitting down and having that conversation with us as men, or even because he was basically our personal trainer coming up. So we both played football, so he's basically our trainer coming up. If it wasn't putting us in adverse situations as far as it goes on the football field and how we would handle that thing, and now that I'm older, I still use the things that he instilled in me as a child. Now that I'm grown, I still take that attitude in certain situations, and I can't go without I can't let the opportunity pass without shouting out my big bro. Shout out to Jericho.
Right on,
That's
man.
my homie.
Jared, that's
Jericho.
Jericho.
Hmm.
That's a cool name, man.
Yes,
Jericho.
we have some
It's
names
one of
in
my
my
favorite
family.
stories in the Bible. He got everybody just to shout, and they just shouted the
Exactly.
walls down, man.
Yeah,
The
man.
power of prayer, man, and the power
It,
the mind has to, scientifically speaking, also, we could get those people on board. The power of the mind, right?
Exactly.
Hey, Rogue Nation, good to see you, brother. Corners News, saludos, hermano. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry to you first, Brandon. I've been so busy with this interview, and like I said, this was impromptu, all thrown together. I didn't have a time to put your GoFundMe up there, but it definitely will be in the description. Everybody, it's going to be in the description. Please help out Brandon. He's trying to get a mobility vehicle to get back to work. He wants to just continue his life.
Exactly.
He has been. He just wants to bring it back up another step to where it was. He can get back to work and get stuck in that Atlanta traffic again.
See, I've learned the trick. If you get out before it, is the only problem is on the way home. Like I don't have no problem getting out before the Atlanta traffic. It's just on the way home. It's around that time. It's no beating it.
I'm gonna get you the bumper sticker my friend has. She's below the knee amputee, and she has a sticker on her bumper that says "Don't hate me for my parking." We'll get
Sounds
you.
about right.
All right, so we will get that GoFundMe there. Please, everybody, if you can find it in your heart to help Brandon out, this soldier fighting against what we are all fighting against is the blows that life gives us. We can beat it, and we can overcome and adapt and be examples like this man is, right? We don't have to just sit down and take it.
Oh no,
Do this.
that was never an option. That was never an option.
Yeah.
Even when I wanted to, like we talked about, like we've been talking about support system. My support system wouldn't let me. So that's like we've been saying, we the people. That's the importance of having people you can go to because we've all heard it. Life isn't gonna be easy, and this, I promise you, as devastating as this is to me, as it was, as it's gonna be, this isn't the last thing that's gonna happen. So it's all about how I continue to react to things. How I just gotta show that even though this happened to me, I gotta keep going because I'm still here for a reason. If it was my time to go, it would have ended that day. So
Yeah. Gio wrote amen, but I think he meant amen.
we know what you meant. We here with you.
Big up, Ali. Audit Amplifier. Thanks for watching all my stuff lately. I saw your comments. Thank you. And thanks everybody who's been here. Thank you, Brandon, for sharing your story, man. And
Of
thanks for
course,
the motivation.
no problem.
I really hope this helps. And
Oh yeah, I
I
appreciate everything.
I will follow up, and we'll do another story sometime soon where we can see what you've done and how far you've gone, and
Oh yeah.
if we can help again, we're here
Okay.
for you know.
And just know I'll be watching. So keep
Right
holding the
on.
government accountable. That's what we need.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Toe for Life. Thank you, brother. He wrote, "You're welcome." Geo, I got some videos coming out with you in them coming up. Yeah, another update. Everybody is. I had a catastrophic malfunction on my hard drive, and I lost a lot of stuff, but I found it. I was able to get it back. So a lot of videos that I've been holding off on, they're coming soon. All right. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for understanding, and thanks for your help and helping out our brother Brandon here. Brandon, you want to say anything else to anybody else, that might be going through what you're going through? Any final messages for them?
Just keep going. It's going. I'm not here to tell you that it's not going to be days where you want to quit, where you don't want to keep going, and those are the days you have to lean into your support system. I actually was talking to my therapist yesterday. I was telling her that I know that I'm healing because I've gotten to the point where I don't want to be a bitter, angry person as much as being a bitter, angry person protects my feelings. I want to still be the person that smiles, that has this attitude, that has this joyful attitude. Because let's be honest, nobody likes a bitter person. So just just
What'd you
keep
call me?
going. It's nobody likes a bitter, angry person. So yeah, just continuing to go even on the days you don't want to.
Right on, man. Keep going, because yeah, you have a support system now, but regaining your independence is the goal. So
Oh yeah,
it's just steps. You find a goal and you write down the steps how to get there, and you take each
exactly,
step one at a time.
exactly. I've actually gotten a lot better about that because I used to always say, yeah, I want to do this, and but I never actually wrote it out and put a plan to it. So
Writing it out is key. You
right,
get a whiteboard like I have up here, and
mm-hmm,
do a dry erase marker and write 6 things a day that you want to kick out during the day, and you write them off or you scratch them off. It feels good to scratch them off.
exactly.
And
Seeing it
if you
holds
can't
you
scratch it
accountable.
off,
It makes it real.
add it to the next day 6 things, 7 things that you have to do, if you didn't get to it,
Exactly,
you know.
exactly.
But getting overwhelmed and, oh, I forgot to do this, oh, I started doing this, that's not going to get you anywhere. You have to write down a plan. A lot of people
Look,
who graduate from Harvard don't write down their plan, and they waste that degree. The people who
mm,
do write a plan use it to their fullest extent. So,
the Bible says it. Write the vision, make it plain.
right on. Amen. All right. On that happy note, Brandon, thank you for being here. Thanks to
Of
everybody who's
course.
watching right now and in the future and in the chat. Thanks, everybody. That's all I
Yep.
can say.
Yes, sir. Y'all be safe out here.
No, that's no fun. Later, brother.
Have a good one.
I'm trying to end it. It's so awkward because it won't end. It's not clicking. It'll get there. All right, everybody. I'm still here because here we go. End broadcast. Thanks again, Brandon, for being here.